Hello and welcome to part 2 of 3 for this section of your library research class, Finding the Right Resources. In this video, we'll discuss how to effectively search for resources in academic libraries. If you need help with evaluating your sources or conducting a known item search, check out our other videos. For many of your courses, you will be asked to do library research. This generally means using Omni and library databases to find books, articles, and other resources. By watching this video and trying out searches of your own, you will be able to identify key concepts in a topic, explain the purpose of and or when used in a search statement, and conduct simple and complex topic searches in Omni. When you are searching for materials, it's helpful to think about what you need to learn or know. A good research question contains multiple concepts in order to give your assignment structure and make your topic uniquely your own. To develop your research question, give yourself time to think about what drew you to your topic and what kinds of questions you'd like to know the answer to. If you're having trouble breaking down your topic, try asking yourself, who is affected by this topic? Students? People of color? Women? What is the impact of this topic? Does it impact policies or social or economic conditions that impact these people? Is there a geographic or historical angle? Is this topic specific to Canada or Ontario? Are there any historical precedents to explore? These are just a few questions. Give yourself time to explore your own. Once you have an idea of what you'd like to know, pick 3 concepts to get started. For example, we can combine the who, what, and where questions to get the topic, what challenges do First Nations people face in accessing healthcare in Canada? The questions we asked earlier become the concepts we want to explore. We know this topic impacts First Nations people, healthcare, and that we want to look at Canada specifically. The concepts in red become the keywords we'll use to search through the library. Now that we have our keywords, we need to connect them in a way that the database will understand. By using the right combination of and or, we can ensure that we'll get the best results. We know that we want to look at First Nations people and access to healthcare, but what if someone wrote a great article about this topic that used the word Indigenous to describe this group? If we just search for First Nations, we might miss out on some amazing resources. To make sure we're catching all the information we can, we use OR to connect different words that have similar meanings. First Nations and Indigenous have slightly different meanings, but they both refer to the first inhabitants of Canada. By connecting the words with OR, we'll find articles that use the words First Nation or Indigenous or both. You can add as many additional synonyms as you like to broaden your search. For example, we could add Inuit or Métis to describe other Indigenous groups in Canada. Using OR broadens your search. You can use OR to add as many synonyms as you want. The more synonyms we add using OR, the bigger our search area becomes. So we've addressed the First Nations aspect of our topic, but our topic was specifically about First Nations people's access to healthcare in Canada. We want resources that are about First Nations people and healthcare. Here we use and to connect different aspects of our topic. Just like OR, we can keep adding concepts with and. We can add in the term Canada to search for First Nations access to healthcare in Canada specifically. But hang on! Every time we add another concept, the red area where all the concepts overlaps gets smaller and smaller. Soon our search might have 0 results. What can we do about this? Remember OR? By searching for First Nations or Indigenous or Métis and healthcare or medical care and Canada, we now have a balanced search strategy. Now that we know the best way to use and or to combine our keywords, we can dive into Omni, the library's research platform. Let's go to the library homepage at library.yorku.ca. Start by clicking on Advanced Search below the basic search bar. Enter your key concepts into the different boxes. Make sure to add the synonyms with ORs between all in capitals to broaden your search. Put quotation marks around any keywords that have more than one word to make your search more precise. You can also add another line to your search by clicking here if you need more. Once you have filled in your keywords, click Search. And here are your results. You can use the facets on the left side to narrow your search even more. Facets let you sort through your results to find exactly what you are looking for. For example, you can click on Available Online and peer-reviewed journals under the Availability facet, and articles under the Resource Type facet. For another example, use the Publication Date limiter to select your date range and click Refine. Once you find an article you like, click on the Available Online link to see how you can get access. For example, we can click here to see how we can get access to this article. Here's the record for the article. Click one of the hyperlinks under View Online to get access to it. You will need to log in using your Passport York account to access the article. Then you will need to click Agree on the Acceptable Use Guidelines. And here comes your article. You can download a PDF of the article here. You can also see recommended articles to the right. Click on Download PDF to open a copy of the article. And here it comes. If you need help, there are lots of ways to contact the library. You can use one of our chat services to chat with librarians online. You can book online appointments with a librarian, or you can email or text for help. If you need more help, you can also check the library's research guides. The ESL guide can be found under Languages and Literature. The guide can help you with starting your research, finding resources, citations, and more. Let's do a quick recap of what we've learned. Follow these steps to get searching with the library. Plan. Pick your concepts, find your keywords, and brainstorm some synonyms. Then connect. Connect your search terms using and or. And search. Put your search terms into Omni and take a look at your results. And ask questions if you need help. Thank you for watching, and see you in Part 3.